Please, help. You must help my daughter. Shaman Yarnag. He's attacked us. Shaman Yarnag caught my daughter with the son of the Drublog chief Ulagash. We normally live near the Drublog with only minor squabbles, but now, not this time. But I fear Shaman Yarnag now plots against us. My daughter was in shock after the attack. She refused. I left Zelanath in the village. She said she'd be praying to Zen in the meantime, the dear girl. Please, do what you can to help her. I'll wait in the valley near the Drublog's home.
Cause any trouble. How can love between two people? It all happened so quickly. I don't... Shaman Yarnog came at us in a rage. I hoped we would be one day. But Shaman Yarnog saw us embracing by the lake a few nights ago. He must have told Chief Ulakaz. She flew into a rage. Since then, all arguments end in bloodshed. Peace has been torn asunder. In the eyes of Zen, all love is welcome. But worshippers of Moloch like Shaman Yarnog feel orcs should keep to themselves and not consort with other races. My dear Ulagash must still be with Shaman Yarnog. They were still in Moloch's shrine when I ran away. I think Ulagash was stabbed by the shaman. Have mercy, Zen. Don't let us be parted.
And they buy
You'd be
them
surprised.
through that one.
comrade, I am very glad to see you again. This is the Council of Province Generals. They run the guild under the direction of the Guildmaster, and they're very concerned. I've been speaking to them about our experiences with the ghost of Yofnir and the attack on the Earthforge. The Council feels that we need to further investigate Yofnir's death. You will be their eyes and ears, with Aleph assisting you. She's gone to get some air outside. She can explain in more detail. If anyone can get to the bottom of this, it's you and Aleph. She's gone outside to get some air. Stendarr, guard your steps, my friend. I wish I knew. I extend her Stendarr's grace, but the Council isn't willing to do the same. She disappeared from quarters after the attack on the Forge. They've actually ordered the rank and file to search for her. No, I don't. But I'm one of the few. Aleph has already made up her mind as well. Not only does she think Colors ordered the attack, Aleph's convinced she murdered Yofnir. Damn it. I finished what I could on the weapon, and we repaired the damage from the Daedric attack on the Earthforge. The core remains unfinished, though, while we deal with these plots. Aleph reached out to members of the Mages Guild. They tried to summon his spirit, talk to him. They failed. Aleph says something is preventing him from talking to us. I don't know much of such things, but I'm sure she has the right of it. I'm sure you've seen some of the Council as you've traveled across Tamriel. Each represents a former province of the Empire, managing business there for the Guildmaster. Stendarr give us strength. Just amazing to think of this as the full Council. Skyrim, High Rock, Elsewhere, Valenwood, and Cyrodiil. Hardly the whole of the Empire. We've lost a number of generals over the last few years, and a few even quit after Yofnir died.
You have spoken to Merrick, then? Seen the Council? It is about time we acted. This one apologizes, comrade. She has been urging action for some time. Finally, to be able to... We have been tasked with investigating Yofnir's death, yes? We should begin. Yofnir kept a room nearby. Aleph gave instructions no one was to be allowed inside until we arrived. I shall keep watch here. Enter Yofnir's quarters and search for something. Anything to suggest a road to travel. Aleph knew she could trust you. Anything out of place, anything connected with a place or a person. We thought his death just the touch of chance, so we did not know to search. Anything might be a clue. We found him in his quarters, the endless sleep. It was very sudden, but at the time we thought nothing of it. Yofnir was getting old. Sooner or later, one of the faster blades would have made him sit down. None. And slow though he was, he never would have gone to... What was it? Yes, Sovngarde. He never would have gone to Sovngarde without a fight. Too many voices. All of them very important, used to being heard. They want this mystery solved, and they want it solved now. They are used to combat, direct action. All this thinking hurts their head. Aleph would have hoped you'd notice by now. This one loves to fight. loves the thrill of combat. But a thorny puzzle, a tricky lock, a track to follow in the woods, just as much fun as a blade in a brawl. What have you found? Interesting. Ragenthar is a dwarven wood. Why would he? We must travel there, comrade. See if we can uncover more. Now Aleph is truly surprised. The guildmaster had the magical prowess of a particularly slow horse. What was he doing at that ruin? Good thought. Perhaps some in the guild hall saw him there. This one suggests you question our comrades at the trading post. Aleph will meet you nearby. She has some preparations to make. Meet Aleph on the outskirts of the trading post. We will journey to Ragenthar together.
Looking to crack some Daedric skulls? I've got what you need. Yes, he actually visited a few times in the months before he died. Always came into town dirty, smelling like boots after a hard march. Never asked why. Didn't seem like a thing he was likely to tell me. Looking to crack some Daedric... Yes, he actually visited a few times in the months before he died. Always came into town dirty and smelling like boots after a hard march. Never asked why. Didn't seem like a thing he was likely to tell me. Go carefully, comrade. Uncertain times in Tamriel. Only thing you can be sure of is a good weapon.
Nice to see you, comrade. Our numbers aren't what they used to be. Live by the sword and all that. Sure, I remember him here, but not his business. I think he spoke with Akita a few times. I wish he was still around. Be interested to hear what he thinks of this contract, knowing the council's all torn up about it. Oh, you know. The Guild has always been about our short, simple contracts. One and done was the mantra a lot of the lads used. Now this long-term thing with the anchors? The coin's good, but it's a big change. Not everyone likes it, that's all.
Welcome to the hall, comrade. I bet you've got some good tales to tell while we're on the anchors. Sure, of course. Had me set out some supplies for him a few times. He said he was going out to Ragnthar, that weird old Dwemer ruin. I kept telling him the mages had already emptied it out, but he kept telling me he needed to go. Oh, studying it and such. Ragnthar is weird. Unique, I guess you'd say. See, nobody really knows where it is. Physically, that is. It has an entrance near here, right? But the mages say stepping through the door is some kind of... Temporospatial claudication. I think that's what they call it. Anyway, it means the ruins inside are all scooped out of time and space. There are entrances to the place all over Tamriel, but nobody knows where it really is. He said he was meeting someone, that he had to meet with them somewhere safe, but what they were talking about was very important. Guess that's why Yafnir went to the trouble of going to that weird old place.
Welcome. This one is anxious to get moving. Here we go. Try to keep up, yes? Follow, comrade. This one cannot wait to taste the air in Ragenthar. Jofnir visits a remote Dwemer ruin just before his death. No coincidence. And now the guild openly opposes a Daedric prince. Risky, risky. To throw the guild against such power, foolish.
Selling? I've got what you need.
This one remembers when we fought goblins, bandits. Small contracts, one and done, yes? Almost there. Be on your guard. And here we are, Ragenthar. Welcome to Ragenthar. The barrier here is a relic of its builders. They did something very strange to this place. Ragenthar is twisted out of space. This entrance here will allow us in. But it is not really here, if that makes sense. Lucky in her travels, Aelif has learned little tricks and techniques. She has fought mages, Daedra, the undead, even werewolves. You don't hunt monsters as long as she has without learning a thing or two. This one will just be a moment. The sound of gears. Watch yourself. Aelif is certain this ruin will yield answers. Anything to help explain Jafnir's death. Aelif is certain. It is no coincidence he came here just before he died. We will find a connection somewhere in this warren of gears and pipes. An impressive tactic. Are you well, comrade? Did it harm you? A protective barrier. With something inside, Aleph can sense a great power here. Formidable. But this one knows a spell to negate it. Not without your assistance. Aleph will subdue the crystals. You must destroy them. Your window will be short. The spell is taxing, and Aleph can only maintain it for so long. Be quick. Prepare yourself. Move your paws quickly. Now, destroy the crystals. Good. Now to examine the body. That did not sound good. It is a trap. Aelif is pleased to have you at her side. Let Aelif see. This is Yafnir's. His body here, but why? He was to be interred near his home in Eastmarch. Keeping us out, yes, but perhaps also keeping him in. Aelif has tried to have Yafnir summoned from Aetherius, and it has never worked. Perhaps now, perhaps with the barrier down, we speak to him directly. This one knows how to reach out. Aelif can draw him to this place, so close to his body. What do you say? You have seen the spirit of Yafnir, but always just for a moment. Aelif told you she has power. Magical gifts, connections to lands beyond. She will use them to draw the spirit to this place. Aelif will start the ritual.
Who summons me?
Hush, spirit. Aelif will ask the question.
What do you wish to know? I will tell you what I can.
Aelif demands the name of your murderer. Who killed you, Yafnir?
It was the Argonian. My subordinate sees all colors.
This one knew it would be so. Be gone, spirit. Aelif is done with you.
I have done as you asked. Release me to walk in Sovngarde.
Go. Aelif will call for you again soon. Sovngarde indeed. You heard the Guildmaster. Sees all colors. She murdered Yafnir. Perhaps for you, this one has suspected all along. The lizard was the one to become Guildmaster. The lizard was the one who set us on this crusade. Aelif smelled something foul on the wind. Find Merrick and the Council. They are probably still in their mood at Volkwassen. They need to know about this, and they will heed your word. Aelif shall remain and search for more clues.
What news do you have? I didn't even want to let myself think it. When she disappeared after your visit to the Ayleid ruin. What is your proof, my friend? The Council will need solid evidence. Alif did what? Stendar's breath, that's disgusting. I'll have to talk to her when she returns. But I suppose it did answer our concerns. Oblivion sees all colors will be found and thrown in a cell. Stay in touch, comrade. We will need you when the time comes. Until then.
Guild requests your help. I have an urgent message for you. Alif needs to speak to you immediately. I don't know what happened. She looks grim, so it can't have been good. You should find her as soon as possible. She's waiting for you at the Rollcar Guild Hall in Reaper's March. Good luck, comrade. Not as far as I know. Every member of the guild received instructions to detain her if she's sighted. I still can't believe she killed Guildmaster Iceblade. Tribunal, protect us.